Hello everyone. In this video, we dive into the concept of logarithm, and we will also learn about the relation between indices and logarithm, and also we'll be able to write some expressions that are in index form, in logarithmic form, and also some expressions in logarithmic form to index form. Now let's dive into it. Now we have that the logarithm to a base a of a number p is the index x to which a must be raised to be equal to p. First, from the definition, we have that p is equal to a, and the a has an index of x. First, let's go here equation 1. Now from equation 1, s is the logarithm of p to the base of a. Now equation 1 is expressed in index form. In logarithmic form, equation 1 can be expressed as log of p and then to base a equal to x. Let's go here equation 2. So therefore, equation 1 and equation 2 are equivalent. So the expression of equation 1 is known as the index form, and that of equation 2 is known as the logarithmic form. Now at this point, we have been able to explain the relation between indices and logarithm. The next thing we do now is that we'll be changing some equation in logarithmic form to index form, and also from index form to logarithmic form. So here is a question. We are asked to write the following index form in their logarithmic form. So we have a, 125 is equal to 5 to the power of 3. And we have b, 8 is equal to 64 to the power of 1 divided by 2. So let's obtain the solution. So for a, we have that 125 is equal to 5 to the power of 3. Now from equation 1, this means that p is equal to 25, and a is equal to 5, and s is equal to 3. So the p is 25, the 5 is for a, and then x is for 3. And in logarithmic form, this is expressed as log of p in base a equal to x. So therefore, in logarithmic form, this is equal to log 125 to base 5 is equal to 3. Now, for b, we have that 8 is equal to 64 to the power of 1 divided by 2. Also, from equation 1, we have that this is p equal to a to the power of x. So by comparing, you know that p is equal to 5, and 64 is the base, which is equal to a, and the index 1 divided by 2 is equal to x. Now, in logarithmic form, this can be expressed as log p in base a equal to x. So therefore, this becomes log 8 to base 64 equal to 1 divided by 2. So at this point, we have been able to convert some equations in index form to the logarithmic form. So let's take one example on how to convert logarithmic form to index form. So at this point, we have some equations in logarithmic form, and we are asked to write them in their index form. So let's start with a solution. We have that this is log 32 in base 2 equal to 5. Now, if you recall that from equation 2, we have that this is log p in base a equal to x. And this is equivalent to p equal to a to the power of x. So at this point, it follows that 32 is equal to p, a is equal to 2, and s is equal to 5. Thus, in their index form, this can be written as 32 equal to 2 to the power of 5. So for b, We have it also that log 0.125, the base of 1 divided by 2, is equal to 3. Again, from equation 2, we have that log of p to base a is equal to x. Now, if we express this in index form, this is giving us p equal to a to the power of s. Thus, from the equation, p is equal to 0.125, a is equal to 1 divided by 2, and s is equal to 3. So therefore, in index form, this is expressed as 0.125 is equal to 1 divided by 2 all to the power of 3. So at this point, we have been able to convert from logarithmic form to index form, and from index form to logarithmic form. Now, the next thing we do is that we will use this idea to find the value of x in some given equations. So now, let us use the idea of converting from indicial form to logarithmic form, and from logarithmic form to indicial form to obtain the value of x for each of the equations given to us. So let's start with a. For a, we have that log 16 to base x is equal to 4. Now recall that we can express this equation here in its index form. This becomes 16 equal to x to the power of 4. So since we are asked to find the value of x, we attempt to express 16 in a base that has the power of 4. So we know that 2 to the power of 4 is equal to 16. So therefore, the left-hand side becomes 2 to the power of 4 equal to x to the power of 4. First, since their index are the same, the bases should be the same. So therefore, x is equal to 2. So in question A, x is equal to 2. Also, let's obtain the value of x for question B. So for B, we have that log of x to base 2 is equal to 6. Again, if you recall the relation between indices and logarithm, we have that this is giving us x equal to 2 to the power of 6. And x is equal to 64 because 2 to the power of 6 is giving us 64. Thus, the value of x in question B is giving us 64. Lastly, let us obtain the value of x for question C. So for C, we have that log of 1 to base 100 is equal to x. Now, in the next video in this series, you will learn about the laws of logarithm. One of the laws states that logarithm of 1 to any base that is not equal to 1 is 0. But then, let's confirm from here. So we have that if we express this in index form, this becomes 1 equal to 100. But we know that 100 to the power of 0 is equal to 1 because any non-zero value to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So therefore, this becomes 100 to the power of 0 equal to 100 to the power of x. So since the bases are the same, we equate the power. So therefore, x is equal to 0. Thus, it follows that logarithm of 1 to any base that is not equal to 1 is equal to 0. Thank you so much for watching. In the next video, we'll be talking about the laws of logarithm. And in that video, you will learn how to use the laws of logarithm to simplify logarithmic expressions and logarithmic equations. Check out the next video so that you can be able to learn the laws of logarithm. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.